Hello everyone, my name is George and today I have a very exciting little video for you guys. As some of you may know, in fact, I reckon most of you will be coming from my Tumblr blog, which means most of you will know that I have recently developed a little bit of an obsession with a certain Icelandic anti-capitalist BDSM-inspired techno-punk performance art group who is also award winning, namely Hatari or Hatari, as you're supposed to say it. I have bought tickets to go see them when they come to Belgium in March next year. I know it's very early to already be starting your planning for your perfect dream, concert outfit, but honestly, I don't care, and honestly, who doesn't start planning this early? So I'm making a leg harness for myself, which is BDSM inspired, but I have to be clear, it is not, you're not going to be able to use it in actual BDSM play because it's going to hook into like a belt loop, which, unless I'm sorely mistaken, I don't think there exists any kind of lingerie that has belt loops. So this is just for fashion, not for actual BDSM practices or use. But I also kind of wanted to make it just to see if I could, because when you see pictures, some of them look really hard, but then others look kind of simple enough that you think maybe you could do it. The thing that it seemed like it would be the hardest to do would be finding materials, specifically that one big ring that is on your leg and then the leather kind of comes off that. Then I had the wonderful idea of, don't they use those rings to when you have a bag and the strap goes like that, and then there's here and then the bag, and then here's the strap that connects to the bag, and it's like a ring, and you know what I mean. I'm going to show you in a minute. Anyway, I went to my local thrift store, which you have thrift stores, and then you have this store, and thrift stores are kind of already hip and fashiony, and pricey, and then you have this, which is like a gigantic warehouse just filled with stuff. There was this section with bags, and I was so lucky. At the back there was this kind of fence made with wire, and there were several bags hanging up there, and kind of the first one that came to my vision was the one that I ended up going with, and I was so lucky to find this and to have this as the first one that I saw, because look at this. It is this beauty, and it has just ring detailing on it. It's not even just the simple single ring that connects the bag to the strap. It's got so many of them, which is just fantastic. And something else that's really good is it's got those these kind of connectors that I would need to connect it into my belt loop. It's got two of those, which is great, because then I have some kind of room to play around with how many straps can hang onto my belt, if that makes sense. So this was a great find, and I'm really glad that I got this. Then I've also got two necklaces. I just got these for the chains, because I was thinking, normally when you see those leg harnesses, you do see kind of a leather strap and then a ring and then another leather strap that connects around the leg. But again, that would be measuring. So I also saw some leg harnesses where instead of doing the leather, they would do chains, and with chains you have kind of a little room to play again, because you can make them hang a little bit and it doesn't look too ridiculous. And then I wasn't sure if I was going to use leather for the actual strap that's supposed to be leather. I say this because I wasn't sure if I was going to find leather, and leather is really quite hard to maneuver, and you kind of need specific tools to be able to work with leather. Luckily, I do have some tools that I think I could use on leather, hopefully, which is good because I did actually find this belt. Now, I know what you're thinking. This is banana yellow. he's not gonna fucking show up to a Atari concert wearing a banana yellow leg harness, now is he? And the answer is no. On the inside, it's just this nice, normal black. The only thing is you're still going to see like the sides, which are also yellow, but I can always decide if one, if that's a nice pop of color, or if two, I can just, take it off, try and see if I can scrape it off, and otherwise I can like paint it or something. So that's what I'm thinking for materials. Then I have my sketchbook with some sketches of some of the harnesses that I saw. I will, put a few links in the description of the ones that I directly copied. Yeah, they're not. I don't know if the sketches will make that much sense to people who aren't me, but I think I'm going to do all of these. I'm going to start with the just fabric for the strap so that I can try some things out, because again, fabric is a lot easier to manipulate than leather. And I think that I'm going to try all of these sketches out, just for me to see which ones that I like best, and maybe it could be useful for you guys as well to decide which ones you like best, and then which ones you want to try and do at home. So that's my little intro and explanation, and yeah, let's get right to it. Here is what you will need to make your own leg harness. At least one metal ring. Now, depending on the design, you might need to use more of these, but one will get you the base. At least one belt loop clip. Again, depending on the design, you might want to use two, but one will get you started. A strap of fabric measured from your belt loop to your metal ring. One or more chains that fit around your leg. These are your base ingredients. Additional tools will include pliers, jump rings, a needle and thread, and in case you are using leather, 2 double cap rivets. Step 1. Measure your fabric from your belt loop to about where you want the metal ring to hang, with a little allowance to fold over. Be sure to measure this with the pants that you intend to wear the harness with, as some other pants might be more high-waisted and the ring will sit higher. 2. Hem your strap. You can skip this step if you want something more frayed and cool looking, but I do think that for durability's sake it is a good idea to hem your strap. Step 3. Attach your strap to the belt loop clip and to the ring by sewing straight across. You can use double cap rivets on your fabric if you prefer that look too. I will explain how to do that when I'm explaining how to do it with a leather. As far as attaching goes, I did also whip stitch around the sides, just to keep the sides kind of tucked in behind it and to give it a more finished look. I don't think this is necessary, but I did enjoy the look it gave. Step 4. Clip in your harness and measure your chain around your leg till you think it looks and feels good. Remember, you will be wearing this around, so move around in it and see what feels nice. Step 5. Use jump rings to attach the chain to the ring. This is a simple enough step, but I will admit that it's a bit fiddly and it might take you a while to actually close the jump ring again. In theory, this is really simple, but in actuality, this is always so much harder than you think it's going to be. And you're done. I'm just going to show you now a clip of how I would do it with the leather. If you are using leather, the same basic concept applies. You just use rivets instead of sewing. To use the rivets, poke a hole through both layers of your strap and fit the female end through one side and male through the other. Hammer the sides together until they fit. Just make sure to put some fabric down when you're hammering to prevent the rivets from getting damaged. And then here are some clips of the other designs I tried out. I didn't end up trying out all of the designs as I originally planned, just because I knew that there were a few that weren't going to work for me. But if you need more instructions on how to do this, leave a comment and I will try my best to help you along. So that has basically been my process in making 2 leg harnesses. The finished products will be shown here. I did make 2, both to show you and also because one is for my sister and one is for me. which is why one of them doesn't really fit that well with the chain. That's because it's my sister's and she has much skinnier legs than me. This process has been so rewarding for me to make. I really enjoyed doing this, and the best thing of all is that I saw one of those belt loop clips in the store when I was there looking for double cap rivets, and one of those goes for €3 where I found mine, and my thing in its entirety had to cost like €8. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it cost €8. I felt very validated by that to be able to make something a lot cheaper than what it could have been, but still have such a beautiful result. So I don't know. I really hope that you enjoyed this video, that you are itching to make your own, and I hope that you can, learn something from this, or that this can add something to your life in regards to what you're going to do tomorrow, maybe. Yeah, if you did enjoy it, and if you are planning on making one, I have a Tumblr where you can share pictures if you would like, because I would be very validated by that. Again, if you need some more help, if you need the steps to be written out, let me know, and I will do that for you. I put numbers on the designs so that you could, put it in the comments, and then I shall be able to tell you how to do that. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for joining me, and I hope that I will see you very, very soon.